Greetings Indie Warriors, it's time for more indie game releases for the week of December 5th all the way through the 11th. We're getting closer to Christmas time, and that means things do slow down in the indie gaming industry, but don't worry, we have plenty of coverage here, and still a few releases trickling out that are going to be worth your time. Before we get into those releases, we want to take a quick moment to thank our great sponsor this week, and that is Worldsmyths. Worldsmyths is a female-led creative writing community and non-profit indie publisher focused on helping new authors grow and develop and share their stories with the world. Their third short story anthology collection, Seasons Unceasing, focuses on the theme of natural and unnatural seasons and endless cycles of life and death. It's dropping later this month, and you can pre-order through BackerKit, Smashwords, or Amazon. Links will be in the description box below. Is your holiday budget a little tight? No worries. The first anthology, Myths, Legends, and Dreams, is now free on Smashwords, and the second anthology, Darkness and Moonlight, is available on most major platforms for 99 cents for a limited time. So head on down to the description box, and once again, thank you so much to the Worldsmiths for sponsoring this video. Ho ho ho, have you been naughty or nice this year, Indie Warriors? Will you have lots of indie games under your tree or in your digital stocking? Let's find out if you're going to be adding to it, because here are the releases for the 5th through the 11th. Do know that we do one of these videos each and every week, and last week we had our major rundown of all the biggest indie releases for the month. So if it's not listed here, that's why. Be sure to check out that video down below. Let's get into it. Did you ever dream of owning your own cafe? Well, that dream might come true, because on the 5th, Cafe Owner Simulator is releasing onto Steam PC. You'll be getting new kitchen equipment, you'll be cleaning the place, you'll be managing employees, all of the business stuff that goes into this. You're in charge, you run the show, folks. This is not for me at all. That sounds stressful, but I know a lot of you out there love these games. Next, we have a post-apocalyptic RPG, very old school in nature, called Space Wreck, and this one's going to be also releasing on the 5th. The combat in this game will be 100% optional according to the Steam page, so that's kind of cool. You won't have to deal with those encounters at all if you don't want to. They are citing Fallout as a huge inspiration. You can fail in this game, and it's not necessarily the end of the world, and you can also talk your way out of certain situations. It looks deep and robust for fans of the genre.
And do whatever you can to get it. Everyone's counting on you.
Next up is Dwarf Fortress, which will be releasing on the 6th, and they're making some pretty bold claims here. Quote, they're calling this the deepest, most intricate simulation of a world that's ever been created. Wow, I think folks will have a lot to say about that, but hey, there's only one way to find out, and that's by playing it if you're a fan of the genre. another day, another first-person spooky horror game, Mirror Forge, is releasing on the 6th for Steam PC, and it's from Dread XP, a great publisher, masters of horror, I guess you could say, in the space recently. I've liked a lot of their products, so I'm curious to try Mirror Forge. You've heard of a TKO, I'm sure, but have you heard of a DKO? Divine Knockout is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox platforms, also on the 6th. Really interesting premise here. This is going to be a third-person platform fighter. And that's something you don't hear every day, but hey, there's going to be a lot of different game modes here, including 2v2, 1v1 duels, 3v3. You've got these godly powers you can use, battlegrounds that change, fun multiplayer action potentially here when it releases. Oh, and cross-platform play. Nice.
But I don't see the point.
Do you want to dance with death? As nice as a sharpened blade.
I'm already dead. What chance do you have? What did Zeus do to protect his daughter? Armor.
This looks to be a unique spin on the first-person shooter genre. Impaler has you doing just that, impaling enemies. Also on the 6th from Activus and publisher Retro Vibe. Love the look of this game. I'm curious to really get my hands on it and just see exactly how it plays. Looks a little bit different, nothing wrong with that. Who out there loves these city builder games? They're not for old gamer Joe, as I've mentioned many times on this show and this channel, but we know tons of you out there love them, and if you want a deep experience, IXION will likely scratch that itch. You'll play as the administrator on a quest to save humanity, and there are tons of choices to make. There is a whole academy here where you can learn new technology and innovate and do different things like that, and there's also hazards that will take place, like power supplies breaking and whatnot. Looks like a lot of folks are eagerly anticipating this release, even though it's not for me.
To locate resources. Mining ships deployed. Attention required. Tycoon crew distress signal detected. survival stands at 15%. Fallout, 14%. 12%. 7%.
Zombie games, yes, they've been all the rage for many years now, haven't they? This one has a little bit of a different vibe to it though. It is a sandbox builder, yes, but here's the twist. You aren't killing the zombies or fending them off. Instead, you're curing them. It's not just about the curing though, you'll also have to do plenty of building, researching, and so much more. Man, lots of builders this week. Alright, I don't really know how to say this next one. It's Togges, somebody probably knows in the comments, but it's coming to PC, Xbox, PS, and Switch. This game could be described as a platformer meets puzzle game where you have to stack blocks on top of one another. You get different colored blocks that have different abilities. It's pretty deep, actually. I watched Silent Signs do a live stream of the demo of this game, and I personally couldn't get into it. She wasn't really vibing with it too much either, but I think there is an audience for this one, and we are going to have a full review of the game right here at I Dream of Indie, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Heading over to the Nintendo Switch and also appearing on PlayStation consoles, we have Adventure Academia: The Fractured Continent, which is a cute and quirky looking strategy RPG. You can also look forward to a full review of this one from our very own Literary Rose very, very soon. So now you'll have to let us know in the comments below, will you be picking up any of these indies this week? Are you kind of stuffed for the year? We want to hear from you. Thank you, as always, for supporting independent content right here at I Dream of Indie Games. Be sure to subscribe if you've yet to do so you can keep up with all the latest indie game reviews, impressions, and live streams. Or become an indie warrior for as low as $1.99 per month, and that gets you Discord access, where we have some of the wildest, most fun conversations you can imagine about games and so much more. Thank you again, and help us bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming.